Hey everybody, what's up? It's Valentine's Day, and as my title states, Dr. Love is in the building, ready to answer all your questions. Okay, actually, I might be the worst person to answer those questions, but I'll take a shot if anybody has some real ones. Otherwise, we can all just talk about our worst slip ups for Valentine's Day. We can talk about drones. We can talk about Rattlesnake Ridge. I may actually have Cindy from EZC Productions actually coming into the stream tonight, and she might be able to discuss some of that stuff. So we'll see how everything goes. But yeah, I didn't screw up Valentine's Day this year. What? The wife's getting after me. Hey, Purple, what's up, man? How's it going? But hey, back from the sky, how you doing? Um, so yeah, we're just gonna kind of go along. I was actually hoping to get Cindy in here. We were going to talk about the Rattlesnake Ridge and stuff like that, but if it doesn't work out, I can get it set up with her. She's still kind of learning the broadcasting system on Google Hangouts and stuff. So maybe I can get her on next week and we can do a thing with both her and the geologist that does some analysis stuff on the ridge. So that would be really cool. I know a lot of you guys have seen those videos of mine and stuff, and so a lot of interest out there for it. But back from the sky, Purple. So far, you guys have said something. What is the biggest mess up on Valentine's Day you guys have ever done? Yeah, thanks, Purple. Yeah, that's the other thing. Thank you for reminding me. Um, I hit 1,000 subscribers the other day. I think I'm still there. Purple probably wouldn't have said it unless I was. So yeah, I hit 1,000 subscribers last night on Green Bay Wacky's stream. And the guy is pretty wacky, but he's also kind of fun. Very fun. He does some videos that a lot of people would have too much pride to do, but the guy just absolutely enjoys being a goofball, a lot like myself. So cool place to hang out. But anybody, the wife and I are really doing our big Valentine's Day like celebration and stuff kind of tomorrow. And I know a lot of other people like to do that too with the weekend and stuff rather than during the week. But so that's kind of why I'm on here tonight. Otherwise, if tonight was our big night, I probably would not be on. Jigging with Jeff, man, how's it going? Glad to meet you the other day. I watched one of your crappie videos, and I loved how you were catching some bass, and you're like, oh, he's just a little bass. I'm like, shoot, man, if I can get my thumb in his mouth, he's a big one to me. I'm I love fishing, but I am terrible at bass fishing. Terrible. That's good back in the sky. I haven't had any major screw ups. I think the biggest screw up I had was with a high school girlfriend. Um, I forgot which month was her birthday, and so I bought the wrong birthstone. I guess that's the worst one I ever did. But I mean, I was like 17, so you don't have to get everything right at 17. Hey, Gary's, how's it going? CMW, what's up? Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Yeah. Sadly, I went on a vacation and stuff a couple weeks ago, all over the Caribbean, and I did not get to fly my drone once. I was really, really upset about that. But is what it is. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, thanks, Gary. Yep, I'm really excited about it. It's still kind of surreal. Like it's always just, I hit 100 and then I hit 250. That was my goal. And then I never really looked at 500 as my next goal. Once I got to 250, 1K was my next goal. And I hit 250 within a couple months of starting out. And so it's been a while because on the 18th of February is my 1 year mark of uploading videos. So it's been a while. I'm happy about it. I'm really excited. And look for a video, guys, because the one thing, everybody has their things that they're going to do at 1K. For me, my 1K, I guess, challenge or whatever is my daughter is going to give me a haircut. She's going to mess around, cutting and do whatever, and then we're going to buzz my hair. So, yeah, no, back from the sky. I brought the drone with me. I brought the drone with me, but there was in one port bad weather. In the next port, signs everywhere saying don't fly drones, confiscated by the Honduras military. In the next port, we were on a national park where they said no drones. And the next port after that, it was pouring rain, like absolutely pouring rain. So it was crazy thing. Yeah, the Tello is a toy drone. And you know what's crazy is the cruise ship, if you bring a drone on board, it has to be a camera drone. It has to have a camera because they don't want racer drones and all that stuff. No, racer drones, a lot of them have camera for FPV. I don't know how they would judge that, but it was weird. Yeah, the problem with the Tello is that it's so light and it doesn't have any GPS. From what I've seen with my friend flying his and stuff, a 5-mile-an-hour wind and you're in trouble. And there's not a lot of places that you don't get a 5-mile-an-hour wind. Neon, what's up, man? How are you doing? Yeah, Val, how are you doing? I'm so glad. Oh, Ashley says hi. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to you as well, Val. And did you try to bring your drone, Val, or did you just not bring it and not be able to fly like I did? Oh, here comes the wife.
Hey Val, happy Valentine's Day.
Well, I never thought of that.
I'm sure you get that all the time though, right? I got the baby, but I gotta go.
Oh yeah, she's got the baby and I've got the baby's cold. Great. But yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Val. I know you can probably hear in my voice a little bit. I'm sounding a lot like you were this afternoon, or I guess it was late morning for me. But you have bronchitis. I don't think I have bronchitis. I think I just have. It was like really sore throat that it eventually got to me where it took me over, and it's already getting better. My worst day was yesterday, so. But anyways, so Val, what's the worst Valentine's Day that you've received? Because I know Valentine's Day isn't just for women and stuff, but the main concern is that the women are happy on Valentine's Day. What's the worst Valentine's Day that you have received, Val? Oh, hey. And guys, by the way, here she is. This is Cindy from Easy Seed Productions. She's just learning how to do the hangout thing. So, but oh hey, you know what? Now that I have a guest on here, I have to put my headphones on or I can't hear her. I can hear you now, Cindy.
Okay, hi. So sorry I came on late.
Oh, that's all right.
What have I missed?
I came on and introduced and stuff. By the way, Cindy, I hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, by the way, guys, like I said, Cindy is as much as I get to fly Rattlesnake Ridge, she probably has done, I would say, at least 50 and up to 70 or so videos. Would you say that's pretty accurate, Cindy, on the Rattlesnake Ridge rock falls?
Well, I haven't kept track, but I've been recording it for about a year.
Yeah. Yeah, because you started in early January last year, right?
Right, January 2018.
Yeah, because I think that was the first one of your videos that I saw was late January when I saw yours. It was around the same time as I think I actually did my first one in April or so, something like that. And I think I saw one of your videos and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta fly that thing with my drone. And then when the first time I went there, it was so new and stuff that it was actually really hard. My first video, I did not go very close to the ground because I wasn't able to get as close to it as I can now. Nobody really cares if you go right up near where the closed road sign is. Whereas before, the first time I flew it, there was somebody telling me, "Oh no, you can't go up there. You can't go up there." I'm like, well, "The road closed sign. I'm just going to park right by that." Nope, 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 nope. So I eventually flew there and waited until he left until I flew again.
Yeah, it's hard. I have a hard time. I haven't flown a lot, you know that. So I have to practice a lot more to figure out because it has a lot of beeping sounds. The Mavic will beep and beep for every little thing, and it just freaks me out. And then I'll stop flying it and I'll wait and I'll look, look at the display, look at the controller and everything. And then by the time I'm actually getting up there, I'm running out of battery.
Yeah. Yeah. And because you fly from on the other side of the river, right? That's where you start at?
That's where I started. So I'm looking for other areas. I've done it off of Thorpe Road. I've done it actually on both sides.
Okay. On both sides of Thorpe? Because I haven't flown from the backside of Thorpe before. Like on the, what would you say? It would be the northern side.
Right. Right. I have gone there. I've flown there. I didn't push record, so that was a bummer. But I think I like that area better.
Okay. And by the way, guys, I am going to link Cindy's channel in the chat really quick for you all. Hold on a second. Are you in the chat at all as well, Cindy, or are you just up on here?
I'm on your. What do you mean?
Are you able to see the stream and what everybody else is saying, or are you just?
No.
Okay. All right. So we've got one person who says that you look like the partner of the cop on Blue Bloods. Back from the Sky says that. Have you ever seen Blue Bloods?
No, I haven't.
Well, you might have to now. You have a doppelganger out there.
Okay.
But
I'll
let's
have to
see.
go through the chat.
Yep. And then we got a couple other people in here. Let's see. Oh, everybody. So I don't know if you saw what I advertised this stream as, but what I've been asking everybody is what their worst Valentine's Day experience was. Do you have one of those at all? Where?
No.
No.
I don't recall any bad experiences.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Like I told everybody else, when I was 17, for my high school girlfriend, I guess I didn't know her birthday month when Valentine's Day came up. I knew it was in the fall, but I didn't know what month. And so I went out and got a birthstone, like little earring things or whatever. It was the wrong one. It was the wrong birthstone. So it's probably my worst. She didn't really say anything about it too much. And we didn't really last too long anyways. So it was, it wasn't the worst thing, I guess. I'm bringing up your channel here. I can link it to everybody. So how has the mountain been doing with all this snow on it and stuff?
Well, we've had lots of snow, so I try not to drive over there that much. I've gone up there maybe probably twice since we've had the snow. 3 times actually, and it's covered. I think Yakima last week we got about 9 to 13 inches of snow. We probably got about maybe another foot of snow.
Wow. So how much snow do you guys have on the ground right now?
Oh, okay. Let me look that up because I just saw that a while ago. I would say It looks like 15, under 20
Yeah, that's
inches of
about what
snow.
we have. Yeah, we have about the same, I'd say. Somewhere between a little over a foot and a foot and a half on the ground right now. It has packed. We did have about 2 feet, but it's all packed down because we got some rain, and so it's just kind of shrunk a little bit. By the way, everybody, the link that I just posted in chat is Cindy's channel. Go check it out. She does, for everybody who has seen the videos on that Rattlesnake Ridge that I do, it's that falling mountain that's near Yakima, Washington. I've done about 4 videos on it. Cindy has done many more. She keeps really good track on it. She lives in the area, so she's able to check on it nearly every day, but at least a couple times a week. And she'll post videos, usually not of every single day, but kind of collaboration of what's happened over a week's time and let everybody know kind of how it's going.
So how does this work? So you only see me when I talk, right? Because I could be doing things and when I'm quiet.
Yeah, everybody else only sees you, but there is a little, you can, I don't know if you can see like down in the bottom right corner where it shows just a little thing of you, little picture of you.
Yes.
So everybody can kind of see that when
Okay.
the everybody can kind of see that when you're talking, your face pops up on the big talk thing, and then it kind of hides me down at the bottom. And then when I'm talking, it brings me back up. And everybody, if there's a bunch of people talking at once, it kind of just sits there and does like the whole party strobe thing of different people, and nobody knows what's going on. And that's when things get really fun. But usually I only have 3 or 4 people on here at once, because if you get more than 4 people on, at least every other minute or so, people are going to be trying to talk over each other. So,
yeah, I'd imagine.
hey, Val, have a good night. Good to see you. Hope your voice gets better. I know mine's trying. And by the way, Cindy, up on the top, and guys, I'm just kind of showing her how this Hangout thing works. If you go up near the top where it says Google up there, there's a little thing where it says like mute microphone, turn camera off, and a bunch of stuff. That is where you can control, like if you need to mute your microphone like I just did because I had to cough, or if you want to turn your camera off because you're going to go do something or whatever you got to do, you can turn your camera off and it'll just kind of show your little emblem.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Nave. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody else out there as well.
So how many people are on?
My live count is really not working right now. It's not working. It's not showing me what we got, but I think the last time I saw it was 7 or 8 people. It's Valentine's Day, so it's going to be kind of slower today. And I'm not going to be on for too long. I'll be on until about 8 o'clock, and then I'm going to hop off. But usually when I'm on here, there's 12 to 25 on at once. So.
Okay.
Hey, Chrissy Tina, how's it going? What's up? By the way, the other person with me, for everybody who's just coming in, is Cindy from EZC Productions. She's somebody that I've been kind of working and talking back and forth with on the Rattlesnake Ridge videos that I've done about that mountain collapsing. So, no, Val had to go to bed. Did you want to show everybody the baby?
Yeah.
Here's the kiddo, everybody. He's now in a good mood because he's got food.
How cute. Hi.
I go to bed.
Okay. Good night, buddy. Good night. All right. All right. Night, buddy. So let's see here. What else? I was actually going to see if I could show everybody a little bit of what we're talking about that you and I have collaborated on. Now, this is going to show in really poor frame rate, but I am okay. It might not even show. I'm trying to show my latest one. All right. And let's see here. Now I'm trying to learn a different broadcasting program that will make a lot of this so much easier. But everybody, this right here.
I loved your video.
Yeah, this is there we go. This is the mountain that I'm talking about that is right near Cindy's house. And I think you only live like a couple miles away from this, Cindy, right? You like look up at it every day when you wake up.
Right. I just moved. I used to live in Yakima, work in the valley. Now I live and work in the valley. But yes, I was driving by there every day for the last, 4 years.
Nice. Yeah. So this mountain, basically, what has happened is there's a fault line. There's a gravel quarry down at the bottom of it, and they were doing some mining and stuff. And the fault line is not their fault. I mean, that's just how geology works. There's fault lines along things. But some people think that the way that they mined kind of caused the fault line to fissure and collapse and start this whole process of what's going on with this video. But nobody said it's their fault 100%. So I'm going to refrain from saying it's their fault 100%. I would say if there's a fault line there, as shallow as it is, it probably was going to happen at one point in time or another. It just might have been a couple thousand years from now. So I will bring the camera back to me here. But that's basically the mountain.
You got to teach me how to do that. Okay, that was awesome.
Yeah. It's actually, you can go ahead and you can do it too. If you look on the left hand side, you kind of bring your mouse over to the left hand side of your screen there. You can see there's like a cameraman, and then there's a little green screen thing. It says screen share, and then it'll screen what's on your computer. So,
okay, perfect. Okay.
But yeah, so Back from the Sky was asking. Sorry, I had to read what Nay was saying that above that. He said, remember, guys, babies are a symptom of not using protection. Very true if they're not planned. This kid was planned. Both my kids are planned. Any other ones that are out there that I don't know of obviously weren't. But hey, Elvis, how's it going? Welcome into the chat. And from the sky was asking if it's dangerous to people nearby. Now, I know that the area right on Thorpe Road where they have those few houses and stuff, there's still people living in there. Weren't they supposed to evacuate and paid to evacuate?
There was evacuation, and that was it's like certain levels. So the threat of evacuation was reduced, and it's available for them to go back at their own risk, pretty much.
Okay, so it was at their own risk.
Yeah, so few people went back because they couldn't find housing. It's really hard to find housing here, affordable housing.
Correct. Yeah, definitely. I mean, but there's literally in my video and stuff, there are literally some. I'm trying to get this.
I don't know how many people went back. I think it was like 2 families that did go back, but I'm sure the other mobile homes have been rented out.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because there's it's not the mobile homes. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that are right below the quarry, that housing. Were those people ever evacuated?
Right, it's a mobile home park.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah, because there's quite a few people living in there, because I know when I go there to fly, some of them are like, come out and are looking at me for a little while, and then they see that I'm flying the drone towards the mountain and not like over their house or whatever. And then they go back inside and they're not worried about it or whatever. But
yeah.
People get really weird about drones sometimes. I mean, a lot of the people on my channel are all drone flyers, and they can tell you story upon story of times when somebody was leery of them. But most of the time, people are just curious. So, hey, Food Forest, what's up? McKay Outdoors. Oh, McKay, you've been here for a while. Sorry. I gave you your blue wrench, so now you look different. How's everybody doing tonight? Yes, happy Valentine's Day to you as well, Food Forest. And this is Cindy. She is from EZC Productions, and she is joining me on the panel tonight. I was trying to get, there's a geologist who works with her as well that I've been not in as much contact with as I have been with Cindy, but I was trying to get him on here tonight because he could have some really good information. Now, does he work on the program? I think there's a university, Cindy, that's doing the analysis on that. Is he working with that program, or is he just
No,
on it?
he's on it voluntarily.
Got it. Okay. Because he does some, I guess, what would you say, scenario briefings and stuff to different people at different times and stuff. Is that what he does?
In regards to what? Oh, yeah, for different YouTubers?
Yeah, YouTubers. And I thought he did some briefing for a couple people. He was a part of a briefing in a community hall type thing on it once or something. Does that ring a bell, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else?
I'm not sure. So I met him. He found me on YouTube through my first videos.
Okay.
And I think he was working with Diamond, which is another YouTuber.
Oh, okay. Now, Diamond, that name sounds familiar. Is that the guy who did like the jumping from one ledge to another on one of his videos or something? I saw somebody doing that. I'm like, that's not me. I like to take risks.
Those were some kids. I think they were from the Valley. No. Diamond is actually another YouTuber creator. Oh gosh, I forget his YouTube channel name, but he's got many videos. And I think him and Bill actually went to school together. And
oh, okay. All right, well, let's get back here to, I don't know why I do this analysis thing. It never actually is accurate on how many people are watching. So I always try to do this analysis thing on how many people are watching the stream. And literally, Cindy, I think it's sometimes half an hour behind, because for the first 20 minutes of the stream, it said there was 0 people watching. And yet, everybody's in here talking. So I don't know. I always like to keep it up.
I can't see the chat. How do I see the chat?
So what you have to do is you have to open up another window and actually go into my stream and just, you can pop out the chat or whatever you want to do. But if you go into another window, you can see that, hey, we were just talking about him and his ears must have been burning, because there he is. There's the geologist. How's it going, Bill? So, Bill, Cindy is in here, but she can't see you right now in chat. But GeoAnalysis for you guys is the geologist that I was talking about, hoping to have him join us on the panel. And definitely at some point in time, the 3 of us will have to get on a panel and talk about this and everything. And we'll get everybody caught up to date. We can do sharing of all of our videos or whatever, show some different stuff. And go over all that stuff. But yeah, and
sweet, nice to have him. Is he? Oh, why isn't he on live?
Oh, he's just in the chat watching.
In the chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I send him an email with it, but he may not have a webcam or whatever. But Bill, just so you know, I did send you an email, and it has a link. If you have a webcam, computer, or a laptop with a webcam on it, that link that I sent you in an email a couple minutes ago or so we'll actually allow you to come on live with us.
Or a laptop.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
I was like, I can't see anybody. So, okay. Now I opened your.
There you go. Night Train, what's up? Yeah, she got it. She was just bringing it up, and it was popping up before she had a chance. But yeah, make sure. Yeah, that's one thing. Oh my gosh. So Cindy, if you have your volume up and you play a video, and then I have my volume up, there is some really weird, freaky echo crap that will go on. That is just, it's not good.
Yeah, I'll just mute for a while.
Oh, no problem. So, hey, so Nay, sometime on Saturday, Nay, if you have a chance, I really like. I was hoping to do it with you on Tuesday, but didn't work out. Hey, there he is. He's in here. Saturday. You have a chance. So make sure you mute the stream there, Gio.
Right.
Hey, there he is. He's in here. There you go. So just make sure you have your sound up for our program here that we're all meeting on. And then if you just mute the chat on the actual stream, then everything will come out great.
Think I got it.
Yep. Sounds good. Well, hey, good to see you. Good to see your face and everything.
Good
Glad
to see
have
you,
in
Ross.
here.
Good to be on, and love your work, man. You're doing good work up there.
Hey, thanks.
I have never seen it quite like that. No disrespect to Cindy, obviously, but you have a bird's eye view, obviously, and that's really crucial to deciphering what's going to happen here. No question about it.
Well, and Bill, one thing I was really wanting to talk to you about is, so for the next time I go up there and fly it, I was hoping to get kind of a list of things from you that you're wanting me, hey, fly over this and get this angle on this crack or whatever, because
Right.
I can definitely do that for you and get you any information.
I greatly appreciate that. I would greatly. I honestly, you're doing real well right now. You see what's going on up there, and generally speaking, overall, it's going well. I mean, I'd love to see the unedited version of the last flight. There might be something in there that you're already doing that, for lack, not to take up too much time, you cut it out of there, but it might be something worth looking at. And
correct. Yeah. I mean, Interactive DNA, the guy who's he said joining about Northwest anytime is fine in there. He's actually really good film editing. He's a smart dude. And one thing I've kind of learned from him is any amount of time over 6 seconds on a video, you're losing interest. What is it? The way that it is
Sure.
without cutting to another scene, he said it better be a miracle or you better cut to another scene. So I try to keep it at about 4 or 5 seconds, something like that. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff that I don't put in there, but a lot of times some of those clips, they're 15, 20 seconds long and they're really great. Like I call it flying the canyon when I'm coming from the top or coming from the bottom and just flying along that larger crack ridge at the very top.
Right.
At the beginning of it, I call it flying the canyon. And so I'll fly that all the way, one swooping flight down. But, that's 30, 40 seconds of flight, and people are going to lose interest if they see all of that at once. So I'll break it up into 6 seconds and then stop at this point, and then 6 seconds, and, stuff like that. But I have a lot of unedited stuff that I can, if you have a Dropbox or something sometime, I can send it to you. We can definitely go over that stuff after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Dropbox. I mean, what I'd like to do is just take what you have and, just do stills, basically run it, stills, just to give, I think the way it is now, I think gives everybody a nice, again, bird's eye view of what's actually going on there. It's really a unique landslide, in a lot of ways.
It is.
the fact that we can still see it this way is nothing short of amazing. But there are reasons for that. There's reasons why it's still standing there that way. And, I hope to, just do more of these, probably Cindy, you, everybody involved, and, see if we can enlighten people, teach them a little bit about what's going on with landslides. That's what they're doing at the University of Oregon with this thing. And they're learning just like I am. So
yeah, and like I said, tonight was kind of an impromptu thing as far as inviting you guys on here. But one of these nights, I would like to, whether it be on my channel here on this Thursday thing that I do, or on Cindy's channel or whatever, really send it out to all of our viewers, my viewers, her viewers, your viewers, everybody that we can all get it to, and then kind of do a actual, setup thing where you have your slot of, you say your stuff, I'll say my stuff, she says her stuff, we answer any questions, all that stuff. Really set up an actual, designed thing for it sometime.
Yeah, I think certainly Cindy's channel, I can envision the chat going wild. Yes.
Yeah, I think she has a lot of people that are really focused on that mountain.
I have a lot of people that disagree with me, so I mean that it adds to it. Throughout this process, we've had a very interesting back and forth with the viewers, and I've loved it. I've loved talking to them and listening to what they think it is, and the back and forth, and it's been a really interesting experience so far. No, all thanks to Cindy. It wouldn't have happened without her diligence on this. She gets all the credit. It's, I'm just I just piggybacked it basically, but it's been of real interest to me. So, and I think some neat things are going to come of this.
Absolutely, it really is. I mean, the great thing about it is, geology usually happens in such a long period of time. In a human lifetime, you don't see any change in anything, except for maybe, a rock slide here or there, that happens because of, the ice freezing or whatever at the top of it. And so this rock finally gave way. That one rock slide is the one that happens in 1,000 years. And then it's 2,000, 1,000 years after that, another rock slide happens. But we're seeing changes on a daily, weekly, monthly basis on this thing that are just dramatic.
Yes, and there is a reason for that, and it's not all geological. To go back to your 100% rule, there is an area of that particular quarry where the resisting forces have been greatly reduced, and that is definitely contributing to the landslide. I think the fault debate, there is a lot of opinion on that. I'm not entirely convinced we're looking at a fault here. However, that eastern face, the eastern scarp, is deep seated, meaning there is some significant depth to that. Perhaps basically down to grade. I don't think this would have happened unless that is deep seated. And essentially what you're looking at, and we'll go into this in more detail, but just in a nutshell, it's slumping. That's really all it's doing. There really isn't a sufficient angle for that particular slide to be catastrophic. Now there are elements in it that can be moderately catastrophic, but on its face right now, that could change. The angle could change. In fact, I was just looking at Pacific Northwest Seismic Network, and there's some activity in that area that I haven't seen for a while. Certainly in the Cindy will be aware of probably the Yakima Nation within that area. There's been some, two O's, one O's, nothing you would even feel. But earthquakes have a pattern, and in this case, they are progressing towards Union Gap, which just below the slide is a thrust fault, meaning the stuff to the south is being thrown on top of Rattlesnake Ridge, trying to, don't take that too literally. It's not going to, in one fell swoop, the highway is going to envelop Rattlesnake Ridge. No, but in that area, that's what's pushing that's what eventually pushed Rattlesnake Ridge up to where it is. It was one time flat.
But that's all those forces are the millennia and longer
That's
forces
correct.
that I was talking
That's
about
correct.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I will ask you this one thing though, Bill. So if I take a rock the size of this remote controller and I throw it at the right spot in that quarry, am I going to get myself on all the news channels? No.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. In fact, I'll give you this. You can go up there and jump up and down if you want. It's not gonna happen.
I might fall in. Knowing me, I would fall in one of those cracks, and I'd be like, it'd be like that kid back. What was it back in the early '80s or whatever that fell into the well or something like that? We don't need that.
Yeah, I mean there are some interesting elements where there is going to be definitely some viewable and interesting failures, but I don't think in the catastrophic sense. And there was a pretty reputable report came out way back when we started this that I have a pretty good, decent deal of faith with. I think they did their homework, and I generally agreed with what they concluded, and we're seeing it. It's not, what has it been, a year now, which is amazing in itself. But yeah, I mean, we're going to see some interesting failures out of this. What that does, I mean, the dynamic of landslides is it's got everybody, I'm sure, wondering what's going to happen, because it's really unique. But you're capturing the vertical element of that. All those separations that you see up there, they all mean something, and we'll get into that later. But I didn't want to drone all night about it, no pun intended. But yeah, I think it's a great slide. It's just fascinating to me. And again, it's how it came to be is nothing short of a miracle. But again, Cindy gets all the credit. She's been doing the work. I wish I was there. It was, and I hope to get, I hope to see it at some point. But we'll see.
Excuse me, guys. My 14-month-old son is an absolute culture of germs and molds. So it's about every month and a half that I come down with something.
Hey, brother, at least you got the cough button.
Oh, yeah. Well, I missed hitting it that last time.
Gotta have it.
I tried to hit it that time, and then I hit invite people instead. So that was a fail. See, and that's why I'm not allowed up there near the cracks of this thing, because I would think I'm going to step onto some rock, and I'm actually stepping into a 200-foot fissure. Because some of these fissures are over 200 feet deep. Is that correct, Bill?
That would be the short end, in my opinion. And just to, I don't even know if I've told Cindy this to this detail, but in my experience level with this kind of thing, I'm a licensed geologist on the East Coast. I've been doing this for going on my 23rd year now. So, I'm not a hack. I'm not here just to glorify myself. It's just a fascination. But when we do these kind of things, we're always kind of have a responsibility for, the protection of human health and safety. And that's what attracted me to this, because excuse me, I don't know if you were in the beginning, Russ, but the panic in the beginning was off the chart.
I remember seeing something on it. So I remember seeing Yakima, the Yakima news station, whatever it was, in December when the crack really started showing.
Yeah, it was.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, what? And I didn't. Okay, so the funny thing is when I first watched that, I never even put two and two together that they were talking about Yakima. I saw Yakima on the screen, and I was like, oh, wow, wonder where that's happening. Went about my business. And it was like a month later or so, I guess I told Cindy, I saw one of Cindy's videos near the end of January or so, and I was like, wait, Union Gap? I go there all the time. Oh my gosh, I have a drone. I want to go fly.
Yakka Vegas.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, Russ, because we have had just serious issues. We have tried to get drone operators in the past, and for whatever reason, it just seems to be just like, it just turns into a mess. And, I really do appreciate you putting the time in and just having the interest to want to see this, because trust me, what you're doing, and certainly what Cindy is doing, is historic.
Yeah.
You know, this is, and I've come to learn from Washington State. I've never been there myself, but I've come to learn that these kind of things, the state as a whole, there are landslides all over the state potentially, and the state of Washington is hamstrung. They cannot deal with every single potential landslide that exists in the state of Washington. It's overwhelming. It really is. Nobody could.
Well, I mean, Snoqualmie Pass is closed for how many times a year because of avalanches and rock slides underneath the snow? And
that's right. They just they're to remediate that kind of thing. Certainly, statewide, it's going to cost an absolute fortune. And even if that doesn't work, I mean, even if it works, kind of works, it's going to cost a lot of money. And I just think with the amount of landslides potentials, it's just a tough thing. You're all taking your lives in your own hands there in Washington State, no question about it. You're always at risk. I would say, keep your eyes open at all times.
As much as I drive and stuff all the time.
Yes, stay frosty. Keep those eyes peeled to the cliff faces, especially the ones where you see a general plane leading down towards you. You know, a slant in individual beds. I think you know what I'm talking about.
So you're pretty much talking about every mountain and hill in central Washington.
Probably, you know, in theory, we're not supposed to cut highways in there, but by the same token, and that's what I do primarily. I work in geotechnical, highways, bridges, that kind of thing. Technically, we're not supposed to cut into a cliff face with that kind of angle. However, you got to take the path of least resistance. You just can't keep going up 3,000 feet at a shot and expect that highway to be finished anytime this millennia. You know, hence why you see that highway along the Yakima River.
Well, so Cindy, I wonder if Bill has seen the freeway where it comes down towards Ellensburg. If he, like, how many cringe moments he would have going down.
That pass is bad.
I got to see this place, no question about it. It's fascinating.
It was closed a few times because of the storm this week.
I'll wait till spring.
Have a good night, Food Forest. Thank you for coming in. Absolutely. Thank you for coming in. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And Interactive DNA is making sure that he says Happy Valentine's Day to Cindy.
Oh, Happy Valentine's Day.
And good to see everybody. But yeah, so, you know, we'll just keep going on this because the one thing that I've tried to do that I haven't been able to do with the drone is peer into one of these fissures and see a massive drop. It seems like they're kind of doing this. So I'm only able to see down about maybe 20, 30 feet in the deeper one.
Right. Yeah, you won't. It's almost instantaneous when that goes. Soil from the weathering of the rock next to it's just going to fall right in its place, and it's going to fill that gap.
If I was a rich person, I had money to just throw away and all that stuff, whatever. I'd buy some kind of camera or whatever to drop in there, and never going to get the thing back.
I don't think and it's not a bad venture to go on. Definitely, if you see something in your monitor that can get you down on top, the closer you can get to these cracks, the better. No question about it. I mean, it's synonymous with me standing there that close to it. Yeah. You know, the closer you can get, the better, because there's some weird things happening up there that I certainly didn't anticipate a year ago.
The other thing that I find strange is that there's this mountain collapsing and all this stuff, and then they're drilling right above it for something.
For something.
I think I was told by somebody else, I think from Cindy's channel, that they're drilling for more seismic equipment, but you know, sometimes that stuff is just somebody doing their best guess. I've never found any real hard proof of what exactly they're doing there, because I tried to do research, I couldn't find anything on it.
There are well records. I can do that to you personally. I can show you personally. There are well records of wells that have been drilled on site. Now they're vague. You know, they're not what I would do, unfortunately. But yes, I have a sense that there is some monetary value with your drilling with that, no question about it.
Yeah, and one other thing that I would really like to do, I just haven't found the right person to contact yet, is to actually go up on that road that those guys are drilling on and fly from there, because I can get some even better line of sight stuff. Cause I never like to get more than about 30 feet away from the floor of the mountain, because just my signal, my transmission to my drone starts cutting out then. And I always set my return to home settings really, really specific when I'm flying that mountain, to where no matter where it is, it's always going to go straight up before it comes to me. So I set my return to home height at like 1,000 feet and stuff, so it's never going to try to like drop to come home.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's oh, go ahead, Bill.
That may be arranged. It is. I can see the look in Cindy's face, and we both know that might be arranged. And I mean, it's good to know. I wouldn't have guessed that. I probably should have. I wouldn't have guessed that how much easier that would be for you, and that easier for you, easier for me. But that may be arranged to get you up there, Russ, legally. I mean, I'm not.
Sweet. No, I'm not going to do it illegally. Not with that kind of I guess that seriousness in the area. I'm not going to do it illegally.
Not at this point. There's no. Now, if you caught the shot of shots up there illegally, then maybe. But
yeah,
if but short of that, no. At this point, I wouldn't risk having it confiscated. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. You kind of got me going on something with that. So let's see.
I don't want to actually climb like into the quarry.
No.
And start filming from there, and then like look like what is his name, Pierce Brosnan on Dante's Peak, running like a goober or whatever away from a moving mountain coming at me or whatever. Yeah,
get you on the access road. No, just get you on the access road.
That's all I would love to have, is just get on that.
I like it
around the edge. So
we'll see what we can do about that, Russ. I do have a source in that, so
excellent.
I got skin in the game there, so so to speak.
Yeah. So Cindy, one thing I was going to ask you about that as well is that irrigation pipe is collapsed, it's not running because it's so messed up. Are those wineries that are right north of there, are they all run through that irrigation pipe and they're not getting water? How is that? How are they affected by it?
I haven't asked, but yes, I believe it provides water to under the Union Gap, the valley.
Wow.
So it's cracked. The irrigation pipes are cracked, and they can't use them.
Yeah,
they're completely dry.
But this is just for edification here. This isn't the growing season, but Cindy's right. They are going to have to. The last footage that we saw of that, I'm surprised it even still held up, but I would probably say by this point that is completely collapsed. And they are going to have to reroute that thing, and that's
because last summer
nobody's going up there now. I mean,
no. And last summer, even June, July or whatever, there was a few rock slides over that area and stuff. But now there's a whole lot more. I mean, you're talking 10 feet deep in rock and on some of that pipeline and stuff. So there's no way you're going to dig it up and free it up and patch anything or anything. Like you're asking for trouble there. That's like me throwing a rock at it.
That would have more of a chance. Yes, that would just actually working on it. And trust me, I haven't seen this. I mean, the rock, if a rock comes over there the size of a shot glass, comes off of that ridge onto the highway, it could disable you. I mean, that is how much force that we're talking about. We don't need a catastrophic landslide for somebody to get hurt here. So that's why I caution both of you. Try not to use it 82, particularly westbound if you can avoid it. If you can't, you can't. But
the great thing is 97 is 100 yards farther away from it. You're only about 10 miles an hour slower using it, so.
You have my sympathy, man. No question about it. I wouldn't do it either. I do like Cindy's. I think Cindy has used 97 to kind of get around it a little bit. And hey, don't increase the percentages. Is I guess what I'm. You got them enough in Washington State, so.
Yeah. No, every time I go by, I spit gum out at the thing just to try to hold it together. No.
It can't hurt.
So guys, I'm going to start wrapping it up. Actually, it has to be kind of a short stream tonight because it is Valentine's Day, and the wife and daughter were having a dessert thing.
Go for
sounds
it.
like they've got a chocolate fountain going. So
sweet.
Nice.
And my stomach is not going to say no to that
Sweet.
whatsoever. But hey, so everybody who came in, Egotistical Giraffe, how's it going? I hope you didn't just get in and then we're saying goodbye, but thank you for coming in nonetheless.
That's kind of what's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, so Bill, I was telling Cindy, I don't know if you were on at the time when I was saying that, but I was hoping at some point in time we can actually, like I said, set it up to where the three of us will come on and do our more planned out thing.
Yeah, I would love to. I think Cindy can go through a little more history with the trailer park that was down there. She did some fabulous work with that.
Nice.
Interviews, and there's some real heartfelt stories and all of that. I mean, it'll get lost 3 years down the road, but at that time, it really had some meaning to it, and she did great work with that. But yeah, I'd love to do a little more of a synopsis of what we're actually looking at, and a lot of it will be reviewed for Cindy's audience, but it's always good to check in once in a while and see what's what, and it still holds everybody's interest.
Hey, yeah, and everybody on your way out, please hit that like button for me. It helps me out. Again, please check out Cindy's channel. And Bill, are you able to link your, well, let me see if I can go up here. I can link your channel really quick, or just type something in chat if you can. Help everybody find you as well. Let's see.
Oh,
That
all you had
chat
to do was type.
Yep, all you have to do is type, and then it'll show your channel, and everybody can click on you there.
in the actual chat or in the.
Yep, in the actual chat on the
Oh,
actual.
there it is. I see.
Oh yeah, I logged in with my other email, but anyway.
Oh,
My
that's okay.
channel is Easy C
Yeah.
Productions.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Easy C Productions. I think I linked Cindy's already once. I was trying to look for that link. Everybody.
Yeah, I see my message in there. It just got the crazy Van Halen stripes on it. So don't demonetize Russ because I said that.
No, you'd have to start singing it and sounding a lot like him first.
Thanks, Russ.
Hey, no problem. Hey,
Yeah,
and you guys,
Russ. It's fun.
Thanks for coming in. We'll have to set this up for another time.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get this set up sometime towards the end of the month or so. In a couple of weeks, we can kind of go over some stuff on what we want to talk on and go from there.
Sounds good,
Sounds
brother.
great.
Hey, well, happy Valentine's, everybody. Happy Valentine's, Bill.
Happy Valentine's.
And to you, Cindy, as well.
Valentine's
Hope you guys
Day,
have
yeah.
a good night. Oh, hey, I have an empty spoon. I think that was my invitation to go have dinner.
That's your calling.
Good night.
So have a good night, everybody else in chat. I will see you later. And Nay, by the way, on Saturday, let's hook up and try to get OBS working for me. So have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you later.